And then in September, I had 7 friends who all announced at the same time that they were going through chemotherapy. They got cancer and they needed treatment. And I wanted to do something to help them. I thought, what can I do? What can I do? Maybe I could raise some money. Okay, I'll raise some money. How can I raise some money? And then I thought, damn, I'm going to have to run a marathon. And I thought, okay, and I went away and I started thinking about how could I do it. Something that previously I didn't think I could do, but now I wanted to do it. And I saw my 2 best friends and I said to them, guys, I'm going to run a marathon in 6 months' time. And they said, slow down there, Haile Selassie, let's just look at it. You're too old, you're too fat, you're too unfit, it's not going to happen. But in reality, what they were doing was they were sharing their own can't-do mentality with me. They were trying to impact that into me because they didn't think they could do it. They were younger, fitter, healthier than I was, and if they couldn't do it, then I couldn't do it. And I said to them, but I have a plan. And they said, okay, let's hear this plan. And I said, well, my plan is that first week, I'm going to run 15 minutes a day. And they said, okay, you could probably do that. And I said, then I'm going to take Saturday off, and on Sunday, I'll run 20 minutes. And they said, yeah, that sounds like it will work. And then I said to them, the second week, I'm going to run 20 minutes a day. I'll take Saturday off, and on Sunday, I'll run for 25 minutes. And they said, yes, if you can do the first week, you'll be able to do the second week. And I said, the third week, I'm going to run for 25 minutes a day. And they said, and then on Sunday, you're going to run for 30 minutes. And I said, yeah. So your plan is to just run 5 minutes a day every single week. And I said, yeah. And if I do that, over a period of 26 weeks, I'll put myself in a position where I can run for 4.5 hours. And if I can run for 4.5 hours, I'm going to be able to do the marathon. And they looked at me and they said, okay, we'll do it with you. And by showing them step by step how we were going to be able to go from being fat, unfit, too old, non-runners, by slicing that elephant and becoming runners, it changed their mindset from can't do to possibly can do. Now, I hadn't made the marathon drop from 42 kilometers to 22 kilometers. It was still 40 kilometers. We're still going to have to train 6 months, 5 days a week. But it wasn't the hard work that they were afraid of. They didn't think they were going to succeed, and this is what was stopping them from even trying to run a marathon. 6 months later, we completed the marathon, and I've now run over 12 marathons. So we have to get ourselves from that can't do into the can do by showing ourselves and showing our teams how they're going to be successful. And as leaders, it's our job to show the way. If we don't know how we're going to get from where we are to where we need to be, then we shouldn't be in a leadership position. Now, once we get people started on that journey, the next thing we need to do, and this is the most important, I cannot stress how critical it is we've got to give our teams praise. As the gentleman before said, you know, what gets praised, what gets recognized, gets repeated. And once our teams start to step out onto this journey, we've got to recognize them. We've got to give them praise and feedback for taking the journey. And when I mention this to companies, quite often they'll say to me, yeah, but we can't celebrate at the start. We wait until we've had big successes to celebrate and recognize people. And then when I ask them, how many big successes have you had in the last year, 2 years, 3 years? Whilst they're scratching their heads and saying, actually, we haven't had very many, I am not surprised. Because if you wait until the end to start recognizing and celebrating people, you will be waiting forever. It's at this point that I ask them if they have any children. Hands up if you have any children. And I asked them, what did you do when your child took its first 2-3 steps and dropped onto its bottom? And they said, well, we did what every parent does. We applauded, we cheered, we brought the family in, we videoed it. And I said, why did you do that? It's not like they just broke the 100-meter world record. It's not like they just run a marathon. And every single person says to me, it's because I wanted to encourage them to do it again. That was their first steps. And if they do it again and again and again, then maybe they'll be able to walk. And when they could walk, they'll learn to run. And when they run, then maybe one day they'll run a marathon. So we need to start praising people at the start. Praise them for effort, because we want them to repeat that effort. We want them to try again. And then as we try again and they start to have some small successes, we appreciate that, and then we raise the bar on what we recognize. And as we do that, slowly but surely, their performance will follow, because it's hardwired into us. We need to have recognition. Maslow's hierarchy of needs talks about we have a strong feel for a need of self-esteem and recognition. So by giving people that feedback for their effort and for those small successes, it will accumulate and encourage them to keep going on and achieving bigger efforts. Now, when I was working for Henkel, I was running the IT department. I joined to run the IT department. And one of the challenges we had was that whilst everybody thought everything was great, the business hated us. They wanted to go elsewhere. They were looking at outsourcing. And I was asked to come in and look at fixing it. So I went to speak to the team. I said, guys, tell me what's going on. And they said, everything's great. We have 47 key performance indicators. Every single one of them is green. We're doing brilliantly. And I said, okay, well, why is the customer not very happy? And they said, well, customers always complain. You know, they don't understand what we're doing a great job. And one of the areas where the customer was concerned about was in ticket resolution times. And I asked them about that. And they said, our SLA is 85%. We are achieving 90% across the board. This is a fantastic result. And as we looked at that, what we found was that I had to encourage them to say, okay, well, if this is the case, let's start looking at producing reports on an application by application basis and break it down by the ticket priorities. Because once we've got that, we'll be able to show to the business what a great job we're doing. And as soon as we did that, we realized that the 10% of tickets that were not resolved were the most critical tickets on the most critical systems. And I said, great job on producing the report, guys. This now shows us how we can start to move forward and improve things. And over a period of a year, we went from every single one of these red because we weren't fixing the critical tickets to having every single system green. 70 systems green, 97% over the course of the year. That then got them asking me, which other KPIs could we look at? What else could we challenge ourselves in to try and improve? So what we need to do to improve the mindset and get people thinking about possibility, about improvement, is we've got to tell them why it's important. We've got to make them want to improve, to think about it, to start them on that journey. As leaders, we have to show them how they're going to be successful. People are not afraid of hard work, they're afraid of failure. And then once they start making progress, we recognize it. What gets recognized gets repeated, and when we repeat good performance, we'll get better results. And this is the way, if you follow this approach, not only will you create teams with a can-do attitude, you will create teams with a can-do, will-do, want to do more attitude. Thank you.
Please give Gordon a huge round of applause, everybody. Huge round of applause. Also, ladies and gentlemen, please remember that Gordon would love to hear your thoughts. So tweet away, and you may tag him on @Gordon Tregole. That's Gordon TREDGOLD. Please remember that he'd love to hear your views. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very interesting video that we'd like to show you. This is from our keynote partner. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Yota.
This is me. What's that you said? You don't know me? I don't think so. I am so much a part of you, and billions like you. I'm all the likes in your feed, the selfies in your smartphone. I'm the embarrassing post you wish did not exist. I'm in your shopping cart, your phone bills, and your late night movies. I'm the money in your bank, the EMI of your car loan. I'm your office emails, and your ERP. You can also find me in the clouds. Nope, I'm not God. I am data, and I'm growing bigger every day. Here are the facts. Right now, data consumption in India is growing at 72.6% CAGR. Did you know that India has only 700 megawatts of data center capacity for over 500 million internet subscribers, compared to Europe's 8,600 megawatts for over 460 million internet subscribers? That's a massive gap, and to bridge it, India needs 15 times more data center capacity than what currently exists. Introducing Yota, India's first hyperscale data center parks, spread across over 50 acres near major fiber landing stations in Mumbai and Chennai. Designed to be infinitely scalable, Yota data center parks will offer unprecedented economies of scale.